But first, we turn to a question of belief and faith that the current debate about Islam and integration into society has pushed into the background. Why do so many people still turn to religion to fuel body and soul? An exhibition in Dresden gives some startling insights.
Is there a God up there who guides our lives? And if so, which is the real one? These questions seem to be central to human consciousness. Nobel Prize-winning mathematician Bertrand Russell summed up the religion debates of 60 years ago by pointing out that if he claimed a teapot too small to be seen with any telescope was orbiting the Earth, no one could prove or disprove his claim. So therefore, punishing someone for not believing in the teapot was unreasonable. The modern age is a scientific one. We've mapped the human genome and wield the latest smartphone like a cult object. Yet more than 2/3 of Germans say they're religious. Crucifixes and headscarves in classrooms are hotly debated, and Russell's teapot has been all but forgotten. Now an exhibition in Dresden's Hygiene Museum looks at the energy behind religion and why faith has lost nothing of its power in the modern age.
For a long time, people believed religion would die out, and we wouldn't have to clearly define its relationship to societies. It's now very clear this isn't true, and that societies must indeed precisely define what religion is to them and what it can and may do.
The 20th century belief in progress seems to be gradually fading, the earthly paradise slipping away under the din of the everyday. Still, the big questions remain unanswered. Perhaps God is simply the next-door neighbour, which is how writer Arne meets him in his short stories.
Well, God. Hi. So what's up? What are you getting at? Me? What on earth are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why can't anyone have a sensible conversation with you? Why? Huh?
So has it all been just one big misunderstanding? The Dresden exhibition presents different religions, along with their believers and their doubters. What emerges is best summed up by a theologian.
In principle, I'd say yes, religion is part of everyone. How people define it is their business.
The exhibition rooms are surprisingly quiet as visitors observe the personal views of people of different faiths.
When I was growing up, there was a priest in the next town, and he did so much for the whole congregation. It was great.
I'm amazed at how much effort Muslims make to practice their faith. I think we Christians could learn something. I don't mean fanaticism, but things like praying 5 times a day or fasting during Ramadan. It's very impressive, and I respect it.
The exhibition shows things like dolls meant to help teach prayer techniques, but also a Muslim Barbie doll for playing. Religions have always adapted to the times, and even when faith was abandoned, dictators such as Stalin became demigods themselves. But the big question, what is the point of our existence, remains.
Governments and school systems both change every 4 years, so there's no more continuity. And this short-sightedness by those in power is unsettling for some people. And they go to where the traditions are, where 1,000 years of history are discussed, considered, and looked at critically, so they can cope with the present and possibly make decisions for the future with a bit more strength and calm.
Kräftiger und beruhigter seine Entscheidung für die Zukunft treffen kann.
18 years after Russell's musings on his cosmic teapot, another mathematician, Kurt Gödel, formulated an ontological proof of God's existence based purely on logic.
I think religion is something we think we know a lot about and have firm beliefs about. I thought that about myself when I started working on this exhibition. They're things we're very sure of, so we never check whether they're really true. I think it's good if you can pull the rug out a bit from under that.
So whether you believe in Allah, Yahweh or the cosmic teapot, it's all about the meaning of life.
In my view, it's to live and let live.
Und leben zu lassen.
And if all human beings could agree on this simple idea, we might manage to create an earthly paradise after all.